A woman made a bishop in Africa in my time. Oh my God. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome at the highest level. So women, you are not disqualified by any reason from serving God. You can be a pastor, you can be a bishop. Hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so yeah, I feel like I'm celebrating. I feel like I'm on top of the moon. I feel like this is an awesome time to be alive. Bishop Felix Adejumo, Mommy Bishop Funke Adejumo Felix. Oh boy, a woman made a bishop in Africa in my time. Oh my God, that is awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome at the highest level. Awesome, awesomest. So why am I this excited? Okay, let me give you a little bit of my story. So growing up, my dad and my mom, they are both ministers of the word. My mom became a minister in my dad's church as a result of her active involvement, and that made her a pastor. And she began to pastor, take offering, take when my dad is not around, take the teachings and all of those charges. And then my mom was ordained a pastor in my dad's church. And then what the issue was that many people did not want to recognize my mom as a pastor. That was what I grew up to seeing. When I say pastor, excel, they say it's not a woman. Change, it's not pastor, remove pastor. That's, let's say I write my mom's name as Pastor Excel anyway. Most of the extended family, many did not want to recognize her as a pastor. Except so that they just kept on saying just because her husband is a pastor does not make her a pastor. And we're like, she was ordained a pastor, but they kept on saying it as they are calling her a pastor because her husband is a pastor. So yes, I loved God, but I saw a limitation to the extent I could go. I saw myself as a choir person, a charge giver, an offering taker, a relationship minister, somebody advising women on relationship. That was the highest vision of myself in ministry that I could see of myself. That was all. So, well, in my church where I attend, I got ordained into ministry, and I've been a minister as a result. I'm a pastor as a result. I've been a pastor since 2020. But that's not even the story. I never had the dream of pastoring. Like, the reason why I got to this point is my pastor saw that I could do it, saw my availability, saw my willingness to learn, and by God's direction and God's instruction. So, but basically, if I had role models, if I had women that were actively serving God, like if I saw, I mean, I'm not saying of the struggles I saw in my home. I'm saying this one that I'm seeing women as bishops. If I had seen it, I would have dreamt more. I would have had more desire, more. But because the Bible said that it is actually good to desire the office of a bishop. It is actually good to desire the office of a servant of the Lord. And I never had the opportunity just because I was blinded from the possibility. But now having a woman ordained a bishop in my time, to the full glare of the world, to the full glare of the world. This is a big win for women, and that's why I'm wearing pink today. This is a big win for women. Pink pulpit. I don't mean pink pulpit. We are not doing girly things in church. It is still the church of the Lord. But I mean, the pink is getting to the pulpit. Pink is getting to the pulpit. Glory to God. So yeah, my church did a talk about women in ministry, and I'll probably link it. And I feel like I should also say it in my page, just so that those that follow me and they will understand it. So yes, we've been in a time where women are relegated to the background. We've been in a time, and if you're in Africa, sorry, nothing for you. We're in a time where women are relegated to the menial roles. In fact, you hear that women are not to have anything to do in the church, take offering, pass the baskets. That's the most that we can do. One thing you should know is that there was never a place in the Bible where the Bible said only a man should preach. There was never a place where Jesus said only men are permitted to preach. Now, I know there's this temptation to think, but Jesus had only male disciples. There were no women because he knows what women can do. There's no reason given in the Bible why Jesus had 12 male disciples. However, among the disciples of Jesus, there were still women. There were Mary Magdalene. They were just go to Acts 2. You will see that the women that followed them was referred to there. Mary, too, the mother of Jesus, was gathering with the disciples. There was a Mary, the sister of Martha, that sat at the feet of Jesus. And the meaning of sitting at the feet of someone means to be a disciple of somebody. It's an act. So the Bible does not prohibit women from preaching the gospel. The Bible does not stop women from pastoring. A woman can pastor. A woman can pastor. I had to learn this later. So when I learned this, that the desire to serve God even more. All the while, I was just convenient with being a pastor's wife. I said, if I'm a pastor's wife, I'm fine with it. Now, please, I want to briefly share a vision that I had at the beginning of this year with us. So in that vision, I went for a convocation in UNN, which is my school. And in that vision, there was a very prominent woman. And this woman in the vision, she got an award. And after the award, she met someone. And she was already old. She was like giving an award of best lecturer or something. She went to someone, met someone and said, please take care of my husband. From now, I'm going into mission. That was what I remember from that vision. She was handing over her husband to somebody so that she can go into mission. So when I started asking God, what does this vision mean? What I don't know, what does it mean? How does it relate to me? He made it clear because in that vision, the woman was very sad when she was doing it. And I realized that the woman was already old. So it's more like at the age she's now old, she's getting an award for all the physical service that she has done. A lecturer, a good wife, she has gotten an award for that. That is when she was now sad and angry that she has wasted her time. She was now telling someone, please take care of my husband, I have to go and serve God. So it is a call for women. Don't idolize marriage. Don't idolize any professional or whatever thing you're pursuing. It's the same way that it applies to men, that we have a mission and assignment from God. The same way it applies to you as a woman. You have an assignment. Please don't wait till you realize it later on. Then that's when you now give up on the husband or your children. So she was saying to somebody, take care of my family. So realize that there's no award in heaven. No place was it written that our first assignment is our husband or our children. The same way God gave an assignment to men, the same way women, disciples, go and make disciples of all nations. So you have been called to make disciples of all nations. You as a woman can pastor. So I'm going to link a video where it explains all those other controversies. But know that your qualification to serve God, to be a pastor, to be a teacher, is not because it's not because you are manly or because of the reason why God expects and God knows that you can do the job, and why women can pastor is because we have the Spirit of God. God gave us his spirit. He said in the last days, the Spirit of God is poured upon all flesh. Men and women will prophesy. So God gave us his spirit, and that is our qualification. And the spirit is not gender specific. There's nothing like the men have the male spirit and the women have the female spirit. So those with the female spirit cannot serve God. All of us can serve God, man or woman. We have the Spirit of God. And then I hear you say, but Paul said, I don't allow women to talk in the council of men. I don't allow women to teach. If Paul will say that, is Paul schizophrenic? Does Paul have a mental disorder? I'm sorry to say that. But that same Paul in 1 Corinthians 11 said, where your women stand to prophesy. So how can you say when women are prophesying, they should do this? And then later now say women don't even talk at all. The same women. So that 1 Corinthians 13 that most people quote to discredit women of God in ministry is actually talking about order in church. Order in church, that women should be orderly in church. And like I said, I'll post my church link so that you can refer to that video. Order in church. So are you a woman? Do you want to serve God? You are in order. You are in line. It is a good dream. It is a good desire. It says when a man desires the office of a bishop, that's not saying when only a male gender, when only the masculine, or when only the man. It is a pronoun referring to anybody that desires the office of a bishop. Even when he said a bishop must be the husband of one wife, it's actually saying your family. It's just like saying a bishop must be the wife of one husband. It's just saying that your family should reflect godly virtues. So, women, you are not disqualified by any reason from serving God. You can be a pastor, you can be a bishop. So, if I'm talking to the younger me, I'll still say the same thing to you. If you desire to serve the Lord, go all the way. You can pastor. We have an example in our time. We have Mommy Funke Adejumo. We have pastors, we have bishops as women, and we're going to have more of it in our time, because the work of God is all the earth will be filled with his glory. One gender cannot do it. We are all doing it together. That is the intention of God. And we're going to see women doing miracles. We're going to see women raising men in their numbers in thousands and millions. When we are calling Bishop Oyedepo, Bishop Apostle Selman, Papa Abioye, we are going to be having Bishop Grace, Bishop Mercy, Bishop Izine, Bishop Joy, Bishop Funke. We are going to be having all manner. I'm sorry, I'm not even talking about the titles now. I'm using it to refer to, we're going to have women that will push the boundaries. We're going to have women that will go the extra mile to serve God. And if you want me to address the full video of whether women should pastor, and just drop it in the comment section. And if you have any question with regards to the topic, just drop it in the comment section and I'll make a follow-up video to address it. So thanks for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.